Podcast. Are we saying podcast?
Welcome back to Fanboys and a Filthy Casual. Back at you once again in audio and video and on YouTube and whatever else is that we do. I don't know. Live? Who knows?
Ooh.
I know.
Imagine one day, dude.
Imagine when we're like quarternaires.
Yeah. In front of dozens of our friends. Fives of our friends.
Yes, that would be amazing. I'm hoping everybody's doing well. We finally got back Lewis from the jaws of Alaska.
The frigid north.
Yeah, how was that? I mean, I know we don't necessarily do poopery today, but how was the frigid north in the summer?
You know, compared to your summer vacation, I don't know which one I'd rather go on. Yours, I'd actually want to go. It was good though, dude. Cruises are fun. I like those. Alaska was definitely different to go to in the middle of July. Yeah, July. But yeah, it was good, dude. It was definitely, personally, I needed the vacation. Work was getting a little overwhelming. Good to spend time with family, bro. And yeah, Alaska's different, dude. Like there was one of the stops was a town of 500. And it doubled when our cruise got there, which is crazy to me. So it's like, yeah.
So what you're saying is we should have passed out our cards and everything.
Dang it, you're right.
Imagine if we were able to get 500 listeners.
If we could get that little town in Skagway, Alaska. Hopefully they're actually listening to Skagway.
How do you know Harold's nickname?
The Skagway.
What a Skagway.
Yeah, so it was good, dude. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to be back. A vacation was definitely worth it. But yeah, man, unfortunately, it's one of those, like, I don't know about you, man, when you came back from Hawaii, but like, I'm already planning the next vacation. Comes like, work. Anyway.
Oh, it's called saving up.
Oh,
for this.
Right. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, you're right. Every time I plan it, my account says, "Oh no, just kidding, Lewis."
What's the best food that you had during your cruise?
Good question. On the boat itself, they had this lamb shank, which is incredible. It was literally like a little mallet sized, or it was a good sized mallet, like of a lamb shank. It was incredible, dude. I love the all you can eat aspect of going on a cruise. It's expensive, I get it, but like worth it. If you're watching us or listening to us, yeah, catch a cruise. Start with the weekender. It's always well. Harold's saying no. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what his experiences, but I personally like it. I've been on a cruise with Dennis once years ago. I had a great time with you guys. So yeah, dude.
I hate to ask, but still a bunch of Filipino
yes.
like workers?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't know, man. It's a little bit of a indentured, servitude type feeling because it's like they're trapped and it's a contract. I get contract is a nice way of saying like they can't get off the boat. I mean, physically they can't leave.
Yeah.
Knock on wood if something was to happen, or if they had like, I was actually talking about that with my wife. Like, if you had beef with your coworker on the boat, like, what would you do? Like, what would happen?
See, this is why, and I've repeated this many a time. My sister just came back from a cruise.
That's right. Yeah.
And she's like, "You sure you
Is
don't-"
everybody going to cruise?
Yeah, but it's never gonna be me because she's like, "Yeah, you don't want to go on a cruise." I go, "How many documentaries have I seen?"
Oh my god, seriously,
Where
dude.
I was like, word of word, like you can't get them because they're in international waters. There's a new one that just came out on Netflix, and the boat turned over. And they're like, "Oh yeah, everyone's stuck here." I'm like,
Lord.
"Oh, cool." That sounds exactly like what I
There's a different one from like the poop cruise?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
See?
dude. There's two of them now.
There's
I
literally
didn't know
4
that.
documentaries on Netflix within the past year of just cruises.
Oh god.
And
Okay.
you're saying, "Oh, let's get the guy who has anxiety onto
Into a metal
the
box.
big metal box that you can't escape from."
In the middle of the ocean.
And then apparently even the indentured servants can't get off of.
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to just watch Harold when the muster station explains what could go wrong.
Oh, God, no.
I know.
And what to do when it could go wrong.
If something goes wrong, you put this on and you get into smaller boats.
Oh no.
It's like, yeah, before you enjoy it, you have to be forced to go and watch this real quick. It's like the extreme version of the airplane like video that you watch.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
then, like even when the airplane people, I know what they're doing and I appreciate them, but my headphones are on already.
You're already checked
And
out.
it's transparency, so I can still hear them. So I'm respecting them because
yeah,
it's rude.
They're doing their job. Yeah.
It's rude for me to just ignore what they're actually doing out there. But at the same time, if I dull the senses just a little bit, I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna hurt as bad.
It's not gonna hurt as bad. Jesus, dude.
The crash
That's a nice way of saying it.
Because at least with the plane crash, yeah, no chance.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, there's nothing I could do. But on the boat thing, it's like,
a boat
we're
slowly sinking.
Oh my
slowly
God.
sinking. It's
Like all those people at the bottom of the Titanic when it was
Oh my God, dude.
rising up slowly and like, what am I supposed to do here?
That's literally 100 years ago, dude. Boats are a little more advanced now.
Are they? Those guys died in the most advanced boat ever. And they were trying to look for the Titanic. I don't know if that's the same kind of cruise.
No. If you watch the video, it was not the most advanced.
Oh no, it
thing.
wasn't. It was an Xbox controller.
It was like they were like, yeah, they should not have been in that ship, like going, like floating, let alone like going underneath the water. Dude.
Also, another documentary on Netflix that I just watched. So,
There you go.
it's terrible.
I'm glad that not this.
How
did
about
not
this? Don't watch documentaries.
I know I was gonna say, dude.
How am I supposed to live in fear if I don't watch the documentary?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's why you fear the Detroit Pistons, dude. Or
Yeah, you want me to walk around and be like, I like people and I'm not afraid of them? Get out of here. This is crazy talk.
Crazy. But anyway, I did enjoy
Sorry,
it. Yeah, I feel bad, Dennis. You're the only one who didn't go on a cruise. I mean, it sounds like Harold had the chance, but he said, "No, thanks, I'm good."
No, twice this year they're like, cruise? I'm like,
firmly
no.
on ground for me. I'm good.
What do you call this? I'm glad you're back, Lou, and hopefully we can, I don't know, actually start getting back
Yes,
into
we got
flow
this. We
of
got
things.
this. We got this.
We'll see.
We'll see. I know.
But two things we want to talk about. Number one is while you were gone. I mean, I think you were back already, but one of the more important events in wrestling, Kurz is gonna love this whole thing. But one of the more important events of the summer just came and gone. Come and gone. There you go. And of course, it is SummerSlam. 2 nights SummerSlam. I think the three of us at some point or another, we were kind of like just talking about it and everything. Any highlights that you want to talk about before we move on to our main event today?
Personally, I wanted to talk about Brock Lesnar, dude. It was a big 2-night event for WWE. Harold, jog my memory, dude. Is this the first time they did 2 nights for
I
SummerSlam?
think they did it last year too.
Oh, okay. So it's new. I know WrestleMania, they've done the 2-night thing ever since COVID. It was one of those things like, well, when nobody could be there in person, they did the 2-night thing for WrestleMania to either maximize our viewing or to at least make sure every wrestler got a paycheck. SummerSlam, I guess, yeah, they're transitioning to that gimmick too. So it's 2 nights, 2 main events. First night event, again, it was Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. So, did you guys think he's retiring? I was part of the chat. I asked you guys, and of course, after the match, I went online and tried to figure out like, was that?
Oh, he just declared like I think
he said
either
yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I've
yesterday.
been offline, I guess. Yeah.
He's like he was basically asked. He's like, nope, I'm done.
Oh wow.
Like his sons are I forget what their son's doing. His daughter is planning on joining the 2028 wrestling or Olympics.
Oh
and
wow.
So he's like yeah, focusing on the future instead. Like,
That's interesting. All right, good for him. What are our thoughts on Obafemi? I know we brought it up at WrestleMania when we talked WrestleMania like a few months ago. So yeah, like he went 2 for 3, or and then like honestly, it was the most passing of the torch thing that ever passed the torch.
yeah, like clearly, I have to get your opinion, but it really does not look like that was planned. Like it just, at least in my opinion,
Yeah.
Because if you look at Obafemi's face. When Brock turns around and goes to him and goes for a handshake, Obafemi has no idea how to react.
Yeah, like, am I gonna get F5?
And then he goes for the hug, and it's me when somebody that I haven't seen in a while decides to go for a hug. I'm like, oh, this is happening. That was the look that Obafemi had, dude. And then like you can once that happened, you can kind of see like Obafemi was getting emotional, dude. First time I've ever seen Obafemi was Rumble.
Okay,
and that was what earlier
January,
this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, earlier this year. And so I remember when I saw him, I was like, wow, this guy is huge,
Impressive looking.
but I don't know if he has any like mic skills and everything. But over the last couple of months, he's not the most energetic or eclectic on that mic. But he's passable. I was reading somewhere where he says that his walk, which has become iconic, is his version of the Ric Flair strut.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like he was like, it has to, it's something that only would make sense for him, because if I did that strut, walking around, I'm just gonna look like an idiot. But
I look like I'm looking for the bathroom.
but
that man's diaper is full.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, every single time, and maybe they're feeding like noise through the like the microphones and or the speakers and everything, but the pop that he gets for that is huge. So
Yeah.
I'm just worried that especially with Triple H right now, like sometimes I worry about him pushing people too hard. At the same time, I'm also worried when they get kind of like bored with him. Like, look at Dominic Mysterio right now.
Yeah,
Like, like with the whole Danhausen thing, like that, and him. That's another story. But yeah. I like him. I don't know. I don't know if the new feud is gonna pan out, because him versus what's his name? Steiner's kid.
Braun Breaker. Yeah.
Breaker. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, it's true.
Neither of them are good on the mic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
So unless they get somebody who's a mic worker, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
H, you haven't said it.
He's cool.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you.
I get it though, because funnily enough, because I feel like that's how Brock got over, is with Paul Heyman. So, and I think, I don't know if Paul Heyman's retired, but yeah, either Oba or Braun Breaker, as physically gifted as they are, God, I sound like that guy. I feel like I sound like the message boards right now. But you're right. They need a mic guy. I don't know who's out there that they can promote, or if there's somebody out there who's as good on the mic to help them kind of get over the crowd that way. But because I think both of them have the intangibles. Like, they're big, they're like comically like huge, and it's like it's the prototypical, like that's what a wrestler should look like to the public. So yeah, I hope the best for him, because I think one of the criticisms that, if I remember or if I saw online, was the Triple H does like these pressers after matches now, or after the pay-per-views, where they take actual questions from the media, and one of the questions was like, hey, are you concerned that you're using the same main eventers for the last 5 or 6 years? I mean, I was reminded on the second night, this is like Roman Reigns' 8th SummerSlam main event in the last 10 years. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that's an insane stat. Because it's like imagining LeBron in every final for 5 or 5.
Well, he's been imagining it.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Yeah,
it's interesting you bring that up, because that was the other match I kind of wanted to bring up, because Roman Reigns is an interesting character for me, because he falls right smack in the middle of when I stopped, and then when I started going back to it, where I missed, excuse me, except for watching random WrestleManias and Rumbles with you guys. Like, I missed the whole Shield thing. I missed the whole what do you call his family?
The Wyatt family thing?
No, Roman Reigns' family.
The bloodline.
The bloodline.
Oh,
the whole bloodline story. I have no idea all those things. So, but I've been reading like the people, and they're like, oh my God, that was the most emotional like storyline that we've seen, the completion and all those things.
I know.
And I'm sitting there going, that was a terrible match. Like, at a certain point, I think I texted you guys, like, is it me or is this thing slow?
In slow motion.
Yeah.
Like,
it's methodical.
and the whole thing ended, and I'm like, I was kind of like, boo, but then again, everybody else that was there was like, oh my God, that was the greatest thing we've ever seen, more and more and more. So I don't know.
Yeah.
it was okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Relax. You're talking too much, man. Damn, H. Let us talk, dude.
It's just like coming in with Dennis's long rant and be like, you know what, I disagree.
Cool. So, speaking of this, we're just so happened that we watched a big movie. Weirdly enough, everybody is like, did everybody think that it was going to be this big? Like
No.
the number
We
one,
need to discuss that. Real
the
quick.
number one opening
of all time.
of all time.
Ever? Is it at that
Yeah.
point now? Yeah, I haven't
it
been
passed
online.
it.
Unfortunately, work has been
It's
horrible.
the fastest movie,
Bigger than Endgame or
fastest
Infinity.
movie ever reach $1 billion.
Really? Wow. Wow.
And it's still doing.
yeah, it's literally the first weekend.
gangbusters. So this is something new. Question, and I don't want to start with this, but I'm going to forget it, so I kind of want to bring it up. In the end, just remind me. I want to ask whether or not this is a good thing for Marvel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But let's. So the movie we're talking about, of course, is Spider-Man. Is it Brand New Day?
Brand New Day. Yes.
And it is the third movie.
Fourth.
Oh yeah.
Fourth?
Fourth.
Yeah, fourth. You're right. Fourth movie in the Tobey Maguire. I wish. I wish. In the Tom Holland Foreignerverse, Fornicators.
Whoa. You.
Something with four. It is a big deal, and all three of us finally was able to watch it. And today we kind of want to talk about it. So, Lewis Views is up. So, how about how long do you think this is going to be?
Oh my God. That's what she asked. Oh, what?
Oh, for that, 30 seconds.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm sorry to my wife.
Go for it. Loose Views.
Lose views for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, spoilers for anybody watching and listening. So we start after the events of the third movie, which I cannot remember. Doctor Strange magically whammies.
There were three Spider-Man.
There's three Spider-Men. So yeah, Doctor Strange magically whammies the entire world to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, goes full Tobey Maguire and finds himself poor and in a desolate little apartment in New York. He is cyber stalking his ex-friends Ned and MJ while they are in MIT. We start off with a montage of, I guess, 5 years, which is actually one of the more realistic things that in that movie is like, yeah, college is 5 years now, guys, at least. Yeah. He's stalking Ned on Instagram on his live, and while he's doing his best to save New York, and apparently he's actually doing a pretty good job with the focus on stopping crime and whatnot. He actually builds a good relationship with like the police department. He actually apparently the crime rate goes down in New York. However, all of this kind of comes to a halt when he meets his new nemesis, somebody who's able to jump bodies. In pursuit of something that he's trying to figure out. During this time, we are introduced, while he's trying to figure out who is this person able to jump body to body, we meet, or we find out that Ned and MJ move back to New York, which I guess provides our conflict. Peter is conflicted because he wants to know if they can get back into their lives, or if he's going to hold true to his promise to respect the wish that, or the big magic whammy that at the end of the third movie, and everybody forgets it. We then find out the person who's able to jump bodies is none other than Jean freaking Grey of X-Men fame, played by Sadie Sink. Personally, one of my favorite actors to come out of Stranger Things. I'm looking forward to her career. So she is the one who's able to jump bodies and take control of people. Through this, Jean Grey and him get in the conflict. Jean is trying to find VMAX because he's also trying to find his sister. We also are introduced to a much more jovial Frank Castle, the Punisher. A little bit jarring. We can talk about that in a bit. Who I guess is a foil to Spider-Man. He helps him out, but it's a big what to do, like a weird younger brother, older brother type dynamic. Frank is there to help keep MJ safe while Peter Parker does his Spider-Man thing. At one point during the climax, we're going to jump there. Jean Grey is caught by the Department of Defense, or not Department of Defense, sorry, the fictional version of the Department of Defense that I can't remember right now. And she puts a psychic, not a magic, a psychic whammy for like a whole part of New York, and that in that point, Peter has an incredible fight scene with the Hand, the ninjas from the Daredevil universe. She saves Jean, but not without getting sniped by his own buddy Frank. And before then, I totally forgot. But again, one of my favorite scenes ever because the Hulk was back. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. The plot of the movie kind of moved all over the place. Ironically, just like Jean Grey jumping bodies. Yeah, so we saved the day. Jean escapes the evil government department. Frank and Spider-Man get along. MJ devastatingly denies knowing Peter or remembering Peter, much to the chagrin of my niece. I'm so sorry, baby. She was crying. I felt really bad for that. But at least at the end, we have a much not conflicted. There's a lot of online discourse about whether or not Ned actually remembers Peter at the end of the movie because they exchange their old handshake, hinting that, or not even hinting, but basically saying like, hey, Ned of all people remembers our boy Pete. So that's Lou's views for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Just like the power of Jean Grey, it was all over the place.
I like it. We're still gonna be talking about it, but I think we talk about it in general, things we like, things we didn't like, the game that I want to play today is I want you guys in the end to kind of give your ratings, and at the very end, I kind of want to talk. I want to see if you guys can guess what I thought of the movie, considering the history. For those people who never watched, who never listened to this, I am famously anti Tobey Maguire. I mean, wow, I am so sorry, Toby. I'm so sorry, Toby. Oh my God. To Tom Holland, I have besmirched and I have made fun of every single movie, basically saying that a lot of things, basically that he's useless. He's dependent on every single person, whether it's Tony Stark, Tony Stark, or I don't know, Tony Stark. He basically was Iron Man 2.0. So let's start with some of the things that what stood out. What were some things that really that you guys liked? Wow. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Harold. Lewis,
give him a second. Get up.
Oh, I already knew it was gonna. It's okay.
No. Let's see here.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Harold.
Never mind. I don't want to talk anymore. No, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. I don't want to do this.
He's gonna take his mic and run. Yeah. I liked it. It was a different vibe. What I liked about it most, I think, is I didn't think about it till after the fact. He was actually in costume for like most of the time, and from what I understand, the costume was actually practical. And I've seen, I hate being like at a whim of my phone, I've seen Instagram and Reels and YouTubes of like, here is the Mark Webb, the first 3 Spider-Man movies, and here's Dustin, I can't remember the director's name, version of Spider-Man. He actually had Tom in a practical costume like most of the time versus the first 3 movies, which was 99% CGI. And you can tell, I hate being like retroactively being that guy because I did love the first 3 movies, but now it's like, oh, there's actually something tangible, and like you can actually feel that he's a dude in a costume, a lot more grounded, especially after battling Thanos up in space, fighting interdimensional bad guys, and teaming up with versions of himself, in this big fight. It felt like, it felt grounded, felt more tangible. As when Harold decides to start talking, the director of this movie was also the guy who did Shang-Chi, which is again one of the most, I feel, underrated but I think this room really appreciates that movie.
Yeah.
And Wonder Man, like I don't think he directed all the movies, but he was one of the showrunners or creators. And so he's like, for me, he's 3 for 3. Like he has a vision, and it just feels right, and it feels good for that character. So yeah, that's what I liked about it for this movie.
H.
The accent was throwing me off really really bad. Like he really leaned into it pretty hard.
The New York accent.
His New York accent. It came out of nowhere.
Especially when he was talking to Frank, I think.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, yeah. I was like, whoa. I was like,
I was in Staten Island. I'm
yeah.
like, okay. Okay, buddy.
Like, I get it. I was like, I get it. I understand what you're trying to do here, buddy. But yeah, maybe tone it down just a little bit.
For the first time he was trying to act, and you're like, nope.
No, he's fine when he just talks normal, normal Tom Hollandy. Tom Hollandy?
In
like a Hollandaise accent.
Hollandaise accent.
Yeah.
Hollandaise.
He's just like that. A lot of egg. But I think this might be going into what Dennis is going to think is like it's this movie was another. I mean, I liked what it was. It was fun. Overly long, which we can just about all Marvel movies now.
2.5 hours, I think.
Almost 3 hours, right?
Wow.
And then my biggest issue is the same thing that we've been talking about with his series the whole time is like, it's not just like Dennis just said, it's not just him. And the whole time it was like, who are they bringing up next? And it's like always, this is who we're like, there's no reason for Yelena to be in this movie whatsoever. And it kind of threw me off because it's like, she's like naked in a bathtub and Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's it's funny.
Yeah. Like we get it. She's a Russian asset.
Yeah.
And she's showing her Russian assets. And then like he's
Bazinga. There you go.
Yeah. And he's just there like, oh, let me just, I get it for the levity.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit of that.
Like I thought there was going to be a purpose to it, but in the end,
there was nothing.
It was even in the end. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, that's what in the end. The Yelena's like, oh, I'm reporting it. Oh, really? That's cool. Take care of it. Still not my thing.
It was. It's also the same thing with both the big other co-stars in the movie, the Hulk and the Punisher, where it was like, yeah, it's cool that they're there and we love it. We like to see that there's,
I loved it so much.
I know, but you like to see the synergy within the universe, but like take away Bruce Banner from that part or only just have him show up at the very end as the Hulk. That's a cool part. Like the whole school thing, funny, good stuff. But I was just like, dude, in the end, I was like, he's got to have a bigger part than this. That's what I was.
I was waiting for him at the climax.
I was thinking the whole time. I was like, Bruce Banner has to have a bigger part in this whole thing, and then for him it just to be like, oh yeah, maybe you can just hide some of the stuff, and then all of a sudden, bam, I'm the Hulk, and then and then gets taken down, nerfed really hard after the whole time where you're like, dude, this guy's huge compared to the last time we seen him, out of control, can't take down Spider-Man one-on-one. Yeah, the Punisher was there, but
this is the thing. I'm interested we know that this is how Hollywood works. There's different takes, different shots that they're taking. I'm curious. Remember, one of the things I was complaining about when we talked about the trailer, I was like, what the hell? Now you're gonna you have you're. One of the coolest things about Tobey Maguire was he had his own spinnerets. Oh, let's make him closer to Tobey Maguire. So, but then one of the things I was complaining, I was like, oh my God, are you really going to, instead of a suit, now he has more powers now and everything. And I really thought in the whole thing, I was like, oh, okay, that's why we're doing this. The reason why we're doing the whole like upgrading is so that he can actually fight toe to toe with the Hulk and everything. And it didn't happen. Yeah. Like at no point did he even the end, the climax where it's supposed to be a big thing. Are you Spider-Man or are you Peter Parker?
Both.
I was thinking he was going to take off the whole thing and he was going to power up. No,
yeah,
I'm cool with the way I'm like. Okay.
Yeah, not to be that guy. I was waiting for the other 4 arms.
Yeah,
I was like,
something.
Come on,
something.
Blood out. Sorry, we're a video now.
It was his. Are you a man or are you a Muppet moment?
Stupid.
You know what I mean? And he didn't get to choose either of them. And yeah, dude, I'm with Dennis.
I'm a Muppet.
Yeah, am I a spider? Like the whole thing was there to set him up as like the guy, to be like the most overpowered guy, and then all of a sudden at the end get nerfed somehow. But no, the inhibitor thing, rip it off, and then I was cracking up so hard in my brain when he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe your thing is too close to the goggles." I was like, "Hey man, just turn off the goggles." I go, "Why are we still using that hood?" I get it. It was like the whole thing with Tony doing the technology and everything. That was great. And so I know I'm complaining a lot, but I will tell you this: this was the most like close to the video game that I've ever felt in any of the Spider-Man.
I was going to ask you guys because unfortunately I'm broke, so I don't have a PlayStation. That's what I was hearing. Like this is the most insomniac Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was like, he didn't get sleep.
He was on the roof, like doing combos, and I was like, I do that. I was like, that's a square into a triangle. You're so stupid. And then when he was swinging through through the city, I was like, this is the best looking version of him swinging through the city since probably I want to say like the original Spider-Man, where it was like enjoyable, or even like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man's, where it's like enjoyable for him to see him swinging through the city, and then that's when I felt the movie was the best. Like I was having fun with him, like zipping through. Like even Yelena said, small potatoes, keep it small and simple. But it's when it got, overly complicated, and I think that's what I say is the biggest problem with this movie. And it's just overly complicated. Maybe it's just overly complicated for people who are like I would love for you guys to get from point A to point B, because that's the fun part of this whole thing. And I understand that's why this movie was making a ton of money. It's because like, if you see the fun part, you're like, this is why I'm here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm guessing. A lot of people, their views are going to be like, they enjoyed this movie because it was like funny and it had good action sequences. But then there's always going to be people kind of like us, where it's like, it's cool, but there was like other things that we could have done with this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm trying to avoid giving my opinion here. But one of the things that I really felt, one of the things that stood out to me is that it had potential. Like you said, it was like they arranged everything so that it could be the movie that people like me have been waiting for. And I think I kind of feel two things. Number one is they wanted to make sure that it's liked by everybody, which it succeeded. $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Crazy. But
here's the thing, and I'm guessing you guys kind of sussed it out, but like Marvel just basically. It was another. Every single Spider-Man almost always seems like it's a setup movie, like they set up the future for this one. You know what I mean? We know the plot line for future movies now just because of this movie. We know what the X-Men plot line is going to be. Turns out that Peter Parker just created the one thing that's going to be the problem for mutants. Yeah, they finally have a universal inhibitor that it's going to screw everybody off or whatever it is. It's going to be trouble for them. So and it seems like kind of like the reason why, and that's what I felt like. It's like at the end of the whole thing, I was like, oh, that's why the Hulk is there. They needed to get the inhibitor in there so that when it happens in the future, they're gonna be like, oh, it's Spider-Man's fault type thing. It's moving it forward, and I kind of wish they didn't because it was there. Like you had the opportunity to make him somebody that that was closest to the movie and everything. Yeah. Couple of things that did you like the one thing I agreed with is I like the question of the Punisher. Like Frank Castle, did you like the character? Did you like the interaction? Was it necessary? Kind of like Peter Parker, Yelena, kind of like the Hulk. Was that necessary? Aside from the thing where he's going to get shot in the end, so that he can get The
I know. So that
Tobey Maguire moment. Again.
He'll have his big.
Which, by the way,
sad moment.
notice how it's like what was it was almost like what was the best thing about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's movies? Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. You know, in terms of like the whole being able to the martial arts, the
web swinging, yeah.
Let's put that. He's like Tobey Maguire had the powers and just like the angst and everything. Let's put it there. You know, like it seemed like everything that they needed, they put it there. Just to try to make him a better Spider-Man, I don't know, you know, but going, that's just another. But Frank Castle, necessary, unnecessary. What do you think?
I want to say it is. I just don't know if the Punisher was the right character. I'm wondering now that you bring it up. I'm wondering like of all the MCU characters, which street level hero would have been a better
Daredevil.
Yeah. Thank you. I know.
Anybody-
If you're going to use the hand, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Also-
it's right there, dude. Like even introduce it in. I mean, I know like a quarter, a fifth, a tenth of the people who watched Spider-Man saw the Defenders, but like we've introduced the hand in the Daredevil Defenders universe or the Netflix Marvel universe. Yeah, Daredevil
I
would have
think
been better. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the problem with the Punisher.
But I guess that Daredevil couldn't snipe him from a kilometer
I mean,
away.
he could have, he could have like sonared it,
Threw it.
thrown the baton, 200 meters, get through her powers.
Sorry, go ahead.
I say the only I liked the way John Bernthal plays the Punisher.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. You know how he's done it so far. It feels out of place. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't belong. I know he's part of the MCU, but he doesn't belong in the MCU. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like aesthetically, he doesn't fit into the movie universe at all.
Yeah.
And even when they had the battle with the Hulk, he's like, "What are you gonna do? Throw bullets at him?"
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the whole point, bro. Is like, what is this man supposed to do against? I don't know. Worse than that. Like,
Yeah.
we have Dr. Doom coming up and everything, and it's like, if you put all of the MCU characters and you want to do like a whole, like a little cute, your heads up with Doctor Doom for a little bit, who gets destroyed faster than the Punisher?
Seriously.
So
One other thing I want to bring up is that again, did you need Jean Grey? Like you could have put somebody else there, but again, I think it's that whole X-Men thing.
Yeah.
But
Synergy.
It just so happened that something that Aunt May said to Peter just fit exactly. I get it. It's a movie.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like you said, synergy, I guess. But it just seemed a little too
heavy-handed.
Yeah. All right.
It's exactly what Harold said. I think they were trying to do a little too much. Again, I hate being that guy again. I saw somewhere on Reddit or the discussion about like this is the best version of Spider-Man. I was like, no, that's still Spider-Man 2. But yeah, dude, like it's interesting that they chose to introduce the mutants properly in this one. I know technically Kamala Khan has been deemed a mutant.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's still going to be canon.
They decided to get rid of her the moment you put Peter as front and center of this whole X-Men thing. Say goodbye to Kamala Khan now, dude.
Like she's not going to get enrolled in. She's not getting into Professor X's school.
Turns out there's no DEI in
Oh, no.
Xavier, dude.
Who knew he was so racist?
Yeah.
Damn you, Professor X. Yeah, dude.
I mean, he was fighting against somebody who went through the encampment.
I know, right?
So,
I know a little sympathy there, man. Jeez. Yeah, dude. There's lots of choices here. I get what. Again, they're trying to get to some. They're trying to launch the next part, right? Like, I don't know what's going to happen in Doomsday, how they're going to reintroduce, they've obviously in the trailers, you see that they have the older set of mutants. The original, 2000 X-Men is still in there. Assumption is, or if you're listening to the rumors, the excursions are going to happen from the comic books where like universes or planets are going to be annihilated or gone, and then it's going to become one unified new universe or a timeline. So I don't know if it's interesting to use Spider-Man as a launching pad. I guess kind of in the same way where they did now I'm recalling like they did use Civil War, like Iron Man and Captain America movie to launch Spider-Man. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, interesting choice. Welcome, very surprising, kind of in a way. I know Sadie Sink being Jean Grey was like the worst kept secret. Like everybody was still.
If I could have figured it out,
Yeah.
no,
She was Gwen Stacy. I'm like,
I was telling Dennis, I go, if this movie comes out even 10 years ago, and then that's the reveal, more people in the audience would be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Or, literally, this thing came out, nobody said anything in the theater.
Yeah.
And you know, I hope they can read it.
oh, you didn't hear me? I went, ha!
Knew it. Called it.
But like, you know, nobody was in big shock.
Nope.
No one was shocked at all. And it's also internet culture. But at the same time, it was the whole, does it even make sense? And I get it though. If like you said, they're setting it up for the future, and it's still weird to me that, you know, they made her the villain technically for 3/4 of the movie, and then technically she's not the villain at the end. Who knows? But I get it, and it's just weird, and I hope they can find their way out of this paper bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing for me is that how did Peter pay for all that? Like,
You're that guy.
yeah. Because everybody's, well, you know, he chose an apartment with asbestos and everything. Yeah, you're still renting in
New York, dude. Yeah, you have
Like,
family out there. You know how
don't
expensive
have-
it
and
is.
You don't have a job?
Yeah.
Like, because technically, if we were to take this to its full conclusion, if nobody remembers who Peter Parker is, he has no social security number.
He has no
can't
background
work.
checks.
He can't do anything like that. And in today's America, he would be somewhere else. You know?
In my America. Damn, fool. Jeez.
Just wanted to point that out. So let's end with this reviews. Lou, if you can remind everybody if they're new, how we do our reviews.
All right.
here.
So in our reviews of movies, television, and all the other good stuff, we have 3-4 tiers. The Jeff Winger guarantee is our highest accomplishment. Basically, go see it if we give it that. Cromulent is middle of the ground. Perfectly Cromulent is right between the Jeff Winger guarantee and Cromulent. And last but not least, if you're bottom of the barrel, it is El Terrible. Avoid it at all costs. Don't even waste your money or your time watching this. So yeah.
Let's start with Lewis. Let's go with Harold,
and then we'll guess yours.
Okay. Yeah.
I think recency bias for me, dude. I'm still riding the high, so I'm gonna give it Perfectly Cromulent. My wife chose not to watch it because even from the trailer, she's a casual Marvel fan. She watched the first half of this universe all the way up to like Infinity or Endgame. But even from up until then, she was like a little. It's exactly what you guys were saying. Like it feel a little bloated. So even she was like, I think I'll wait for it to stream. Like you guys enjoy. I don't know who she is. I don't know who that is. And I'm just gonna waste your money. He's like, okay. But as a nerd, as a fanboy, like I liked the little. I am the bottom of the barrel. I am the lowest hanging fruit. So I was like, oh, Jean Grey. And funnily enough, Harold asked like, the reveal didn't really get anything. The reaction I got when I went to see it with my son and my son's friends is like they looked at me like, where's the video? They looked at me like, who is that, Dad?
There you go.
Right? I literally had to go, I had to go like this in the movie theater. X-Men. Like, oh.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so.
You're like, no, there's an injury on the field.
I know.
Roman Reigns has gone through the gate.
It was cool 15 years ago.
This would have blown your mind 25 years ago.
So, yeah.
Famke Janssen.
So, not quite the Jeff Winger guarantee.
If Famke just showed up out of nowhere.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
yo.
So, yeah, Perfectly Cromulent for me. H.
I'm going to give the same rating. I was going to lean towards Cromulent, but I realized it's been a while since I've been entertained by a Marvel movie. Besides, Defenders, not the Defenders.
Thunderbolts?
Yeah. It's a fun formula. They're always going to, as long as they stick to the formula pretty much, it's going to get thing. This is never going to have the emotional weight that it thinks it wants to have. There's been four of these movies. The only time you've ever been like, I was like almost emotional for anything was when like May died. And that's because it was hot Marissa Tomei passing away.
Yeah. Because
seriously,
I thought we would never see her again.
If old grandma died, you'd be like,
if the lady from the first one, be like, man, that sucks. Even when like Martin Sheen passed away, I'm like, dang, Martin Sheen. But
Oh my god, yeah. Who's Andrew Garfield's Aunt May? Why am I
Sally
drawing a
Field,
blank?
dude.
Sally Field. That's right. I'm like, I'm drawing a blank.
yeah.
Oh, it's sorry. I was like, Charlie died. Sorry, when you said Martin. Okay, just check in.
I mean, he's still alive. It's still rocking. But I mean, it's fun. Like I said, the Spider-Man sequences. Just him being Spider-Man. Those are fun.
Yeah,
Why
you're
can't
right.
we get to those? Like that fight with Scorpion, kind of entertaining.
Super.
The fight with the hand, like you said, super entertaining.
Incredible.
If it
Both
had
my
just
hands
been-
were busy.
Yeah, if it had just been 1-on-1 with the Hulk, it would have been great. Damn it! But you know,
Yeah, dude.
a lot of external things. You can fix it. I mean, obviously we're in the place where we're very nitpicky on the things that we like and we don't like anymore. So yeah,
Awesome. So we have two perfectly cromulents. Okay, cool. So Lewis, what do you think?
I'm gonna say you're not gonna give it the Jeff Winger guarantee. I think you're gonna give it a cromulent because it was a little more grounded than the first three, but it's still. Yeah, I think I hear what you said that it was kind of leaning on what worked for the first two a little too much because like organic web spinner, homemade costume, which is great. Because again, I love the fact that Homie was in his costume for like 90% of this time instead of like Tobey Maguire, like, I got to take my mask off all of a sudden. So yeah, I think you're going to give it a cromulent. I don't think you hated it. I don't think you hated it like you did the last
Which would
ones.
make, by the way, if I give it a cromulent, that's going to make it the highest.
best.
The
highest. Toby, damn it.
you do.
I know.
Damn it, Toby.
I know. Because he reminded me of Toby so much with his spinnerets now, dude. Come on. Yeah, it would. If I give him a cromulent, that would be making the highest of the three, dude, or the four. There you go. H, what do you think?
I'm gonna do the same. I honestly think, from watching it and kind of seeing what your critiques have been in the past for 3 movies, this might be the only opportunity you're ever gonna say, or you're gonna have to say that you actually almost enjoyed a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, because if anything, it's the least formulaic out of all of them. It is the one that it doesn't lean too hard. It leans on a lot of the co-stars, but not as much as like the rest of it. Whereas in, like I know your biggest issue has been like he leans on the Tony Stark legacy way too hard. This one, it's like he's kind of doing it almost on his own, but obviously not. So yeah, I'm gonna think you're gonna even like the lowest version of cromulent that we have.
I like it. Okay,
toe
so
over.
like L cromulent.
so here it is. I hated it.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. It's funny. If we did this review that night, I actually would have given it a higher score.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you remember, but I was there and I was telling Phoebe and or my daughter and my wife, and I was telling her. I was telling him, okay, I'm walking into this with high hopes.
Yeah.
I want to, I don't want anything. I really walked in there, and I watched it, and I was like, I actually didn't hate this movie.
That's as high as a compliment this movie can get.
Right?
Like I was so wet. I was like, And so I think if we watched it, if we did the review, I would have it would have been creeping up to perfectly cromulent for me because I actually, for the most part, enjoyed it. But then afterwards, while we were eating, which by the way, I'm going to give a second review for this. That ramen place we went to, El Terrible, bro.
I just left that conversation upstairs. I need to check this place out.
El Terrible.
That's hilarious. to me.
If I was not hungry,
That's what your daughter said too.
I was so hungry at that
If
point.
I hadn't just eaten nothing but popcorn and soda for the whole day, I'd been like, it's okay.
And I think that's
the same feeling you
That's
had?
the thing. I realized that's what I was feeling for this new movie. I was so hungry for a good Spider-Man movie.
Hey, I like that.
I was like, okay, I'll finish this without complaining.
Without throwing up.
But just like during that meal, at a certain point, I turned to my daughter, "Hey, could I taste your soup?" hey, babe, could I taste your soup? And I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like there was no real good flavor to it.
Yeah, there was no spicy.
There was,
no.
there was nothing. Like at a certain point,
It
it
was
started
there.
like
It filled you. It filled you up.
exactly, and that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It scratched an itch that we didn't really need.
yeah. But the thing is, it was. But the reason why it's not complete. It's the reason why it's not El Terrible is because of the fact that it was there. Like we were saying this a while ago. They had everything there, but I just felt like yes, the director was really great. I just don't know if the writers thought that they could pull it off without all of the other glitz and glamour of let's put a Hulk there, let's put a Yelena there, because at the very least, if it didn't hit, they could at least say, oh, we saw the Black Widow, oh, we saw the Hulk, and I think that was the thing is that I wish that they were, whether it's Sony or whether it's Marvel, I wish that they were brave enough to be able to like, look, this guy might actually be decent. Let's see what he can do without all of these like, like other bells and whistles. And I think it's the bells and whistles because at the end, if they just left. Like they could have had a shorter movie, but it could have been a stronger movie if they took out the whole. Even if you keep Sadie Sink's Jean Grey, but take out the whole instead of the inhibitor thing, just use the whole connection with Aunt May. That could have been there. Like there could have been a way for them to sedate Jean Grey without including that. It would have been a stronger movie, but because I thought it's funny that we didn't really talk about it. I thought Zendaya's performance was really good.
That's right.
I was actually with your niece. I was like, whoa,
yeah.
They actually I respected the fact that they went with, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Because if it was, oh, Peter, I remember now after the kiss or something like that. Like there was one point I cheered. I don't know if Harold heard it, but when after the kiss, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh crap,
that's not MJ.
It's not MJ. I was like, yes, this is what I was.
Oh my god, dude! My son and his friends hated it. You can audibly hear them like, oh, bleeping bleep, like whoa, language, boys, jeez.
Yeah, there were elements there. Like I thought, even though it was brief, Badolan's part there was comical.
I felt bad that he was like, he's in all the promotion. The guy's got like 5 minutes of screen time.
I know he's got an app, and he has the same phone I do. So yay!
Yeah. So I like it. El Cromulent.
Yes.
Los Cromulentos.
You gotta pay extra for that.
But
That came with our ramen.
But I didn't. But that's the thing. Would I go back and watch it again just like that ramen? No.
Probably not.
Oh my, what is this ramen place now? We'll talk about it later. Yes,
They'll never know.
Put it in the chat so I can avoid it.
Yeah, I think the moment you put a Z in, it's better. Right?
Yes, the Hardy Boys.
Before we go, what's your read on the two things? What's your read on the handshake? It's the new. What's the Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, it's a new
Inception.
Yeah, it's the new Inception.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean? Like everybody's like, what's your take on it?
I'll give mine. I think it's muscle memory because generally, LeBron James, he doesn't. I'm using LeBron James here, but he will randomly go up to teammates and then they will like automatically remember.
Oh yeah. He's been on 4 teams.
Even if he hasn't done that in like decades, right? I'm guessing they did that enough times that no matter who was there, who wasn't
I see.
if someone had presented him with the exact same steps and led him into it, he would have known how to finish.
I see. It's like a
That's
dance.
what she said. Like I think he doesn't know who he is. I think he just was like, hey, I used to do this with somebody. And then he's like, if he was a smart man, he would have remembered that, like, when he ran out the window, he called him Peter, or Zendaya, MJ called him Peter, and he'd be like, hey, your name's Peter? That's funny. You're built exactly like the guy that was playing
that
Legos
I've been
with
stalking on my app.
Yeah, and sounds exactly the person like I talked to for while making
Lord of the Rings references. Oh yeah,
exactly the same. It's crazy.
I choose to believe. So I'm.
You are the optimist at heart.
Yes, I am the Rodimus Prime of this. So I want to believe that friendship actually goes above romantic love and actually beat the spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that yes. Speaking of reminding, you wanted me to remind you.
Oh no! Before that, thank you. Last one is what do you think what do you think of the really brief and one of the most hated what do you call this end scenes?
Oh my god! Scenes. Yeah, I was kind of upset at that. It makes no sense. I mean, not that it doesn't make sense. And then it wasn't even an actor. It was literally like a computer generated. I am so mad at that. But I mean, I guess it got the people going because then like my one son said like, oh, is that a reference to like Miles Morales? Because maybe he got swept off to like the Spider-Verse movies, or is that a reference to like Doomsday that he got swept away to whatever Secret Wars thing that they're gonna fight to? Is like, okay, good questions, but at the same time, still very like, no.
It's more vague than the Fantastic Four one.
Yeah,
yeah. None of these things have ever led to anything good.
Not in a while. Not in a long while.
Yeah.
Not since the first phase, I think.
I think since the first time when Thanos said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Yeah,
that's the last time when I was like, "Yeah, we should stay." That's what I always remember. I left Iron Man the very first time, and then someone goes, "Did you stay till the end?" I go, "Yeah, I totally did." And when I watched it again the next day, I was like, I think we should stay till the end. I heard there's something cool.
You told us that, actually.
Yes, I was I watched it with
you
my
were
friends
that guy who told us. And it was like, Sam Jackson. So anyway. But yeah, dude, you're right. Like, yeah, I don't think that, because maybe they've learned their lesson. Because like, now I'm realizing, they introduced freaking Star Fox in the Eternals. They introduced oh my gosh, what is her name? Clea in Doctor Strange. And Blade in Eternals as well, and none of them panned out. So maybe they learned the lesson. Was like, yeah, we're not gonna put ourselves out there anymore and just do stupid things.
Yeah, they put Kamala Khan who's gonna come back, and look what happened.
She is yet.
We're still waiting.
Okay, so Louis, remind me again.
You wanted to ask if the success of this movie will. I'm trying to remember. Is it going to affect the rest of the MCU, or
will it affect the MCU? MCU has been struggling. They've been struggling the whole thing. They finally have what if they see? Do you think that they see this? Okay, this is what everybody wants. Like, is it?
What is this though? Is my question that they're gonna walk away from it? Like, oh, we need to like bloat our movies with like cameos and like so I feel like they're gonna take the wrong lesson out of this type of thing. So I don't know, dude. Like the standards are gonna be high. You reminded me that technically this is a Sony Marvel collaboration. Sony has taken so many losses with Madam Web, Craven, and Jared Leto's movie. Morbius. This, I'm sure this one, thankfully, probably made them back whatever they lost over those three movies. So they'll be happy with that. So yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, they might learn the wrong lesson. And next Spider-Man movie is gonna have like the entire X-Men and Fantastic Four. Yeah. So who knows, dude?
My thing is, and this is why I really think why it became the biggest movie of all time, is the lack of anything Marvel-y, like Avengers main character
in a while.
It's been a long time,
except for Hulk. I mean, Hulk is Avenger.
Yeah, but I mean, like in terms of like a title.
Like in movies. The
last Avengers movie came out freaking 7 years ago.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And then the last Spider-Man movie came out 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and even then it was like, oh, there's a little bit of a gap between, but 4 years ago. There hasn't been a big Marvel. There's been like we talked about Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts was good,
but that wasn't like a big
story wise. It was really good.
It was just fun, but it wasn't a big event movie. This is the first big event like after Avatar kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Where it's like Marvel is back. Marvel's back. So let's see what we have with Marvel, and then so everybody goes to watch it. So
okay. Well, good talk, guys.
Yes.
I truly hope we enjoyed ourselves. Hopefully, we're going to be able to watch the next movie where we have, Tom Holland, Zendaya, John Bernthal together, and talk about it next week. You ready for that one?
The Odyssey?
Fine.
Yeah, the Odyssey.
I was like, damn it, you're right. They're in that movie too.
Like, it took me a while. Oh yeah, John Bernthal looks really skinny in The Punisher compared to in the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Like I was completely shocked. I was like, okay, cool. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. As usual, if you like this episode, first and foremost, hit that like, spam that subscribe,
Hey.
and corned beef. I don't know.
The comments.
The comments, whatever it is.
Corned beef, the comments. I love that, actually. Hold on. We're going to use that.
Sorry. But if you do like it, take a look at the Toon Fanboys, onecasual.podbean.com, so that you can listen to all of our old episodes. And of course, Lewis.
On Facebook, type in the search bar, The Two Fanboys and a Filthy Casual, at our main page, as well as our group page of like-minded fanboys, fangirls, gamers, geeks, and other pop culture enthusiasts.
And then on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, everywhere else you can find your favorite podcast. We're there as well. We are Two Fanboys, One Casual. And then on YouTube.com/@2fanboys1casual. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you to our new subscribers. And we look forward to, entertaining.
One of the subscribers named Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's it for us today. This is Two Fanboys and the Filthy Casual. This is Dennis.
This is Lewis.
This is Harold. Hello. Goodbye.
And these are my hands.
Both of them.
Both of them working hard.
You're right, damn it. Daredevil could